Well, good morning, friends. How are ya? This is Bernadine coming at ya today from West Texas again in my little corner of this bedroom, my little work room, my little craft room. And how's everybody doing? I want to thank each and every one of you that has subscribed to this channel. It's really exciting to come on here and see a couple of more subscribers. So that's great. As you know, if you've been watching my other videos, I'm a new person here. And I appreciate each and every one of you, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you have not already subscribed, I would like to invite you to do that. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. And I love comments, so if you could leave me a comment, I read every one of them, and I look forward to them. So leave me a comment. Tell me what's going on in your part of the world. Where are you in this world of ours? What have you been up to? What do you do for crafting? Do you crochet or knit, or do you do something completely different? I really love crafting, mainly yarn. I've never done any diamond painting, but I have seen on the video on YouTube how they do it. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm not sure I could keep up with those little diamonds or little gems or whatever it is you put on there. Geez, I have trouble keeping up with what I've got going on here. I didn't realize it, but this morning when I was getting up, I looked down from where I'm sitting, getting up from here. I looked down and I said, is that a double-pointed needle down there? I said, ooh, I better pick that up before the cat gets it. I picked it up. Obviously, I had dropped it maybe last night. I don't know. Gotta be, because I haven't pulled them out this morning yet. I've just been focused on this blanket. But I bent down to get it, and I'd already rolled over the end and broke it. It's disheartening, but I do have more, but I do try to take care of my stuff. But they're so tiny, and they're easy to drop and not realize. But I do love them, but I did mess one up this morning. I don't know, where was I going with my conversation to you guys? Anyway, I do like to knit, but I have been focused all morning on my red blanket. I am working, trying to get it finished. Because I'm ready to start something else, and I gotta be honest, this blanket's pretty heavy. And hauling it here and turning it here, and my arms are tired already. It is gonna be a heavy, warm one, I know that. Be good for this winter. Yep. So I got to thinking of what we could talk about today, and I was thinking about my socks and how just starting out, I didn't know much about yarn, especially not sock yarn, little yarn. I'd never worked with it before. And I had ordered some that I wasn't careful to read all the specs on it. And I had ordered some that were, I'm going to call it FOO-FOO yarn. Now, to me, FOO-FOO yarn means fancy, pretty yarn. Yarn that we just ooh and goo and google over, googly eyes. Well, it was so pretty. I wanted it. So I wasn't paying attention. I thought, surely you can wash and dry it. What would you do? Why would anybody make a sock that they're actually going to wear out of anything that you couldn't care for simply by throwing it in the washer and drying it? Because you know they get dirty daily. You change socks daily. Anyway, I wasn't paying attention to that. I've since learned to pay attention to those things. Anyway, I ordered me some FOO-FOO yarn. Oh yeah, it was pretty. I ordered it in a couple of colors, and I had my sock made and finished before I realized. I looked again, and you couldn't wash and dry it. Well, you could wash it in warm water in the washer, but recommendations are to lie flat and to dry. Well, oh boy, I'd put so much work in those socks, and they were beautiful. I had the leg and the foot one color, and I had the heel and the toe and the cuff another color, and they were pretty. I will admit it. So I told myself, okay, well, now I know, and I won't do it again. And I didn't. But I was trying to hand wash those socks, because I knew if I stuck them in the washing machine, somehow they'd get thrown in the dryer. So I was hand washing my socks and laying them flat to dry. And I had done that a couple of times to those socks. They were great. Beautiful, didn't lose their shape, still foo-foo. Somehow my socks got thrown in with the regular wash and the regular dry. And I'm sure it was my fault. I'm not blaming anybody but myself, but it did happen. And when that thing came out of the dryer, that heel was so tiny, it wouldn't fit my heel, and the cuff, I couldn't even get the sock on because the cuff had shrunk up so much. So, forget about the heel. I didn't even get to try the heel on, but I could look at it and tell it wasn't going to work. All that work and those socks, and it takes a while to make some socks. It takes a while to make one sock. Then you got to do the second sock. Now there is a technique called two socks together, where you can use not double pointed needles but circular needles, and you can knit two socks at one time. There's something called the second sock syndrome, where people make the first sock and they've already done it once and they don't want to do it again, and I understand that. Once you've done one, you wish you were finished, but no, you got to do the other one. Anyway, it takes time. That's my point. A lot of time and a lot of work. And it just got ruined because I wasn't paying attention to the labels. Lesson learned, right? Lesson learned with any yarn. Make sure you check the specs, whatever you're going to make. If you don't mind hand washing and laying flat to dry, you can have some beautiful, beautiful socks. But you can have some beautiful, beautiful socks out of the yarn that you can wash and dry. I mean, the yarns are getting more beautiful and easier to care for. This was like, what, 7 years ago I did that. So, yeah, my allergies are still bothering me today. And I'm sure when the weather changes, they'll probably get worse. Our weather next week, well, this week has been in the hundreds. The weather next week forecast here is going to be in the 90s. But the next week is going to be in the 80s, and one morning is going to be 64 degrees. Can you believe that? You know, folks, fall is practically here. So we need to say bye-bye to the summer, and it'll be a summer I won't forget. So I would show you how far I've come on this blanket, but it's so big. I'm just going to, when I get finished with it, I'm going to lay it out and take a photo and add it to a video so I can show you exactly how big and what it looks like. So, what have I done here? Okay. I lost what I was doing. I've already had to rip out a couple of rows of this blanket this morning and start over. I went way over on my, look at there. I did another boo-boo. But at least it's right here. It's right here so I can fix it. Yeah. Anyway, what I had done is I got to crocheting just as fast as I could. And I'm getting pretty fast at it. But I forgot to add my row of gray, and I was 2 rows up on this red, and I realized, boy, when am I supposed to add that? Way back there. So I had to rip that out, but that's okay. That's okay because I'm caught up now and I'm past that little boo-boo. So I'm still going. So what are you guys up to today? I talked about my last video times to knit or crochet, and what time is your prime time of the day or evening or night. And I got some replies. Now I have a question. If you do both, knit and crochet, tell me which you like the best. It's hard pressed for me to say, but I sure miss my sock knitting, and like I told you guys, after bringing that sock out and working a little bit on a sock, I'm wanting to get my socks out. But I've got so much to do. I want to get this done too. And I want to get that sweater I was talking about started. And I definitely want to get a crochet hook case made. Definitely. Do you guys have a pattern that you've ever made a crochet hook case and the pattern was real good and you would recommend it to me? If so, please let me know. Let me go look at it before I invest in a pattern that I'm not going to be happy with. There's so many out there, I don't know which one to do. So I'd appreciate that. And leave me a comment and answer some of my questions. And let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Where is your neck of the woods? Are you anywhere close to West Texas? I already met one sweet lady in Oklahoma. That's pretty close. But I don't know where anybody else is from. If I do, if you've told me, I can't remember. I'm sorry. But shoot me back a comment and let me know. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know if you have any Christmas projects in the works. You know it's coming up. Well, we all know it's coming up. It always comes up every year, right? And it comes up quick. So, folks, I guess I'll get out of here. I'm just going to keep working on this red blanket. Go, go, go. That's what I'm doing on it. So, again, folks, I'm going to sign off from here. I love you. I appreciate every one of you. And I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe. God bless. Goodbye.